Hey guys, good morning. I am Tamil Selvan Bharati. It is August 30th. I am here doing my dog walk. Hey, I got great news to report to you. Remember last Friday I talked about my friend who had a cardiac arrest, and subsequently I started talking about cardiac arrest and CPR, during these dog walk times. And my friend is much better today. I want to report that. They, extubated him yesterday, took the breathing machine off, and then, they took the feeding tube out, they took the urinary catheter out, and then, he has been walking okay, and this is just remarkable. That's why, I want to talk about the importance of CPR again. Today I want to talk about a single rescuer CPR. Okay, where there is just one person at home, and then they find that their spouse or somebody collapsed, and then they need to know how to do it. What happened in my friend's case was, he was there talking to his wife, and I think he had a little chest discomfort, and suddenly he just collapsed. And then his wife, she's not a medical person, she checked his pulse, and then she knew about basic life support. So she checked his pulse, and he was pulseless. And then she quickly called 911 ambulance service, and then she went on to work quickly. She just started a single rescuer CPR. So that's what we're going to talk about today. See, when cardiac arrest happens in the hospital, then the nurses, many of these patients, they are hooked up to the monitor, and many of the time you already know that cardiac arrest is going to happen to some of these patients because they are so sick. They're already breathing down, or they have a rapid heart rate. So either the heart rate is too fast or too slow. They have a lot of sickness. So many of the time, they are in ICU. So code blue happens quite a bit in ICU situation. So they're all prepared, and then when that happens, quickly the nurse calls code blue, and then it's announced overhead by the operator, and then the whole team, the code blue response team, typically that includes the emergency room doctor and some ER nurses and the house supervisor, they all run to the code blue room, and then they start the CPR process. So they take over. But when it happens in a non-hospital setting, it is different. Because think about it. I mean, like when a husband and wife, they're watching TV, like what happened in my friend's case, and then one says, hey, I have a little chest discomfort, and then one collapses. And even if you know how to do CPR, then suddenly, you wouldn't have the presence of mind, you wouldn't know what to do. You could have watched YouTube videos 100 times, but then suddenly when this happens, like the husband or the wife, they could be sitting on a couch and watching TV, and you don't start CPR on a couch. You're alone, and you have to quickly move them to a hard surface. Because when you do compressions on the chest, they have to be on the hard surface. Otherwise, all your compressions are going to the couch. Because the couch has got all the foam. So you wouldn't be doing anything to, with your chest compression to the heart. The whole body just moves down, because in chest compression, you have to compress at least 2 inch deep, right? So that the heart gets compressed. But, if somebody is on the couch and you're compressing, then the body moves 2 inch down, not the heart. So, because when you compress on them when they're on the couch, the foam takes that, compression, So we need to just know this, and we need to even practice this, I think, and then rehearse this, and so that everybody should know, like a single person CPR. One rescuer CPR. So watch YouTube videos, and let me tell you some basic steps. I'm just doing my dog walk here every day. I take it to the point to show you my canines. So let me flip the camera. Today they're all on the leash. Look at them. And my leash. And then I also show you the sun, because every morning we got to say good morning to sun. Sun is the real God for us, solar system. Sun is God and Mother Nature. So let me flip the camera again now so that you can see me. So, in the past several days, my videos are all over the place. Like yesterday even, I was talking about CPR, and then I talked about air conditioning, because I had a air conditioning unit go out on me, and then I had to call the techs. So, please bear with me. I mean good. I'm going to do good to this video service. I'm going to pick some topics of interest that fascinates me, and then I'm going to talk about it in cogent, good manner, so that there is a little learning experience, and I share my experience, and you go out, at the end of these videos, you would have learned something, and then you can put comments, and then I'll also learn back from you. So it's going to be educative for both of us. But right now, since I'm just learning how to do these videos, I'm all over the place, and then also these videos have been really too long. So, but I'll cut it down. Okay. So single rescue CPR. What you do is, if they are on a couch or something, just bring them onto the hard surface real quick. Before even you do any of this, once you realize that one of your loved ones has become pulseless, just go to your neighbor's house or somebody, if you're alone at home. Hey, go knock on the next door flat's neighbor, and then tell him to call, ambulance service real quick. That's number one. And then you come back to the person who's collapsed. You start the CPR. And then CPR, you have to do it 100 to 120 times a minute. Okay, with your stopwatch, just practice it, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So you have to do it really briskly. Those compressions have to be brisk, quick, push it inside, and they tell you how, you put your hand on the mid of the, chest, and then you start compressing. The goal is to really compress 2-inch deep, so that you're really compressing the heart. And then, with every 30 compressions, chest compressions, you have to give 2 breaths. Okay, so in 1 minute you would have given 120 chest compressions, and then total of 8 breaths, because you're going to give 2 breaths every 30 compressions, right? So that's 8 breaths. So you do that, but sometimes you may not be able to give a breath, mouth breathing. Then don't worry about it. If you can do that, keep the compression going, because something is better than nothing, remember? So something is better than nothing. Just keep on compressing on the chest, guys. Just do it brisk, deep, 2 inches, and keep on doing it. Okay, you can really keep on doing it for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Oh my God, my dogs are pulling. Let me show you my dogs again. This is their sniffing time. What happened here? Okay, yeah. I gotta learn how to do all this. Come here, Icy. Okay, I can't flip, I can't zoom, I can't do any of it, but I'll learn it. In fact, today my GoPro camera, I think it'll be delivered this morning, so I'm going to have a GoPro on my head, because I really want to continue these talks, because I feel like even if 10 people watch this video and then they learned about like cardiac compression, and if they did it on one person, and if one person in the world got chest CPR done because of my video, then you know what, I would be the happiest man. Hey Peppy, come here. Peppy, come here. Just a second, guys. Peppy, the leash has gotten tangled in her leg. Okay, go. So I'm back again. I see, come to the side. So okay. So single rescuer CPR, that's what it is. Just do that, and keep on doing it for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, until the EMS arrives. And then you might be surprised at the result, because when they come by and when they look at the heart rhythm, it might be V-fibrillatory rhythm, and they might shock, like what happened in my friend's case. And then they get normal cardiac rhythm back. And then of course, usually, when they go into V-fib arrest and all that, usually, it is because of ischemic heart disease, where they had a little bit of a heart attack or a massive heart attack or something. That has got to be dealt with differently. They have to get their heart plumbing fixed. They have to get a stent. And of course, once they go to the ICU, once they get intubated, ventilator is breathing for them. And then, then the rest of the team, the cardiologist, they'll all take over. But at home, you guys just do this single rescuer, CPR, and then you would be surprised by the result, because there are a lot of people who go like this, where their CPR is initiated by a family member, and then at the hospital they got a stent placed, and then their heart pump function is good. They check the LV ejection fraction. So, and then many of them, they don't have much of a brain anoxic encephalopathy. They get complete brain function recovered, and they do really fine. So there is a lot of hope in this earth. and you just need to do effective CPR. For that, you just need to be aware of the fact that there's something called a CPR and how to do it. So that's what the purpose of this video is. Okay, guys? And today I'm going to just limit this talk just to this one subject, just CPR. So today I'm not going to talk about air conditioning and this and that. I learned that yesterday. I'm not going to be all over the place. I'm just going to take one topic and discuss it. So I'm going to continue doing these on my daily dog walk routines. So I'm burning calories, and if you're watching this while you're doing your exercise routine on a treadmill or something, then you benefit, I benefit. It's all win-win situation. Take care, guys. I'm signing off, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Goodbye. Thank you.